Hello everyone, welcome to my new video. In this video I'll show you how I created my new animation in Procreate Dreams based on the new Superman movie that came out this summer 2025. So how I was creating this animation? As always, I was starting from raw sketches, doing line art, and then colored version of the animation. You can see it here. And also, as always, I show you the time-lapse that I recorded in Procreate, how I was creating this animation. By the way, the process of how I was creating it in Procreate Dreams took so long to save. I think it was saving for around 8 to 9 hours. So I just left it saving and went to sleep because I didn't want to wait for it when it would save. The reason for that, why it was saving for so long time, because because I recorded almost the whole process of how I was creating it, and I think I was creating around 8 hours, but I'm not sure. I have not looked how many hours I spent on creating this animation. This is normal for creating animations, even though this animation is only 20 seconds, but it took, and I was painting it for around 4 days. So yeah, that's the animations. I have my notebook with notes that I wanted to say because my memory is terrible, because I don't want to forget what I want to talk about in this video. So let's start from the animation. Why I created this animation? Well, of course, because I like Lex Luthor as the character in this movie. Plus, Plus, there are so many memes about how Lex hates Superman, so I was like, I have to create it. This is my duty. Also, I think that... also, I want to create another animation based on the Lex Luthor from this movie. But this animation did not perform well, didn't perform very good, so I'm not sure if I should create it or not, but I think I'll create it anyway because I enjoyed painting every second of it. It was so cool. I spent many hours, but I did not feel tired after it because it was, I don't know, it was funny to create, so I enjoyed creating it. What can I say about Superman movie? I've seen very mixed reviews of people who liked this movie, who disliked this movie. Honestly, I did not want to watch this movie at first because I have not seen many movies based on the comics for a very long time, because mostly that's thanks for Marvel movies, because most of their movies are terrible nowadays. I mean, the recent movies, except the Deadpool and Wolverine, that was a good movie, but most of them I find very boring, and this is why I don't watch them. Also, I did not see many DC movies, and this is not because I have something against DC or something. It's just I felt very tired from watching the superhero movies. I don't know why. Maybe I've watched so many of them, and there are so many new movies came out. So I was feeling lost in how much movies there are, and I was like, where should I start? Where is the beginning? And you see their whole franchises, and you're like, oh my god, do I have to watch all of the movies to understand everything? And I'm too lazy to watch all of this. So yeah, but then I saw how people were reviewing Superman movie and said that this is something new, unusual for DC, and people should watch it. And some people were saying that this is worst movie, how they could create Superman who is so weak, and blah blah blah. And while others were saying, this Superman is so human, and this is very light movie to watch. In terms of humor, and very easy to watch, and blah blah. So I was like, I'm curious, why are people so people so hyped about it? So I watched it, and I liked it. At first, when I started watching it, I could not finish watching it because at first I was stuck, so I didn't watch it first time. But then I started watching it and realized that I was missing a lot for not watching it earlier. And I was like, I like this movie. This movie is fun, and this DC movie reminds me of the first Marvel movies. So I liked it, and of course, my favorite character Maybe some of you would think that this is Lex Luthor. Of course, I like Lex very much, but no. My favorite character is the dog, because the dog is the most realistic character and has the most interesting personality. And I don't know if this dog is based on a dog from real life, but I think the character of the dog was brilliant. Yeah, so I like the dog. Especially I laughed very hard at the moments when the dog was destroying cameras with these shots, doing this into the cameras. This was very funny. Some people were mad about DC changing to more light movies, funny and light side, and not being so serious when everyone is wearing animal masks and it's like, I am a hero, I'm gonna destroy you, and villain like, no, this is my mission to destroy the earth, and everyone be like, no, our earth. And it has a lot of pathos and people are super serious, and every frame of every actor is like, it's like they're telling all of the viewers in the cinema that there are no time for jokes. We are super serious here. Yes, we are wearing panties above the pants and wearing animal masks, but we are all serious here. So yeah, I don't know, I was happy to see the more, I don't know, I was happy to see the new Superman, because it was something new, but also something familiar, but in a good way. So yeah, that's my opinion. Maybe some of you would disagree with that. Also, I wanted to add that when I was drawing this animation, I really feel like this is what I like to do. And I was saying this in my previous videos, but you know that I like to create things, I like to draw, I like to sculpt and paint. But the more I draw animations, the more I realize that I'm very interested in animation, and I always been interested in animation. I enjoy watching how other people create animations. For example, I see the GIFs on the Pinterest, frames with pencil frames from the different 2D cartoons, and every time when I see it, I think like something like, wow, this is so beautiful, I want to draw like that. So when I make animations, I feel like this is what I want to do. Well, at least for now. I'm always scared to say something like, now this is the purpose of my life, and from now on I'm gonna make animations only and not doing other things. I'm scared to say these things, but right now I feel like animation is the most cool things about creating art. Also, I wanted to add something that I recorded. So, if you regular viewer of mine, you know that I draw animations myself and I make voiceovers myself. So, and as you can see and hear, my voice sounds like this, but I need to make voiceovers of different characters, I don't know, of villains, of the bold villains called Lex Luthor, and of the reporter, and she has this very feminine voice, and I need to make it. And also, what's the most difficult part of voicing over is that I cannot do accents at all. Not only I don't hear the difference between accents that sound very similar. For example, if people would show me different English accents from I don't know, from England, I would not notice the difference. My northern ears don't notice the difference between similar accents. So when I need to make voiceovers, I struggle with it, because if you don't hear the difference, you cannot make a proper voiceover. Sometimes when I need to make a voiceover, I go to to Wikipedia or somewhere and read about actors, where they're from, and I'm sometimes being surprised, like, wait, this was English accent. I'm like, what? So and sometimes I'm very confused, and yeah, this is difficult. So, and when I try to make different accents, it doesn't work like that. I cannot do that. Plus, I have a problem when I trying to make my voice more manly or more feminine. When I do that, my thick Russian accents start to appear more. I don't know why. When I speak like that, I can speak like I'm speaking right now. But when I try to change my voice lower or make it more high, it's all of a sudden I have this accent of the stereotypical Russian villain, and I'm like super brutal Russian man, and I cannot do anything about it, so I'm trying to control it, and it's not working sometimes. I need to make a voiceover of Lex Luthor, and as you can hear, I don't have accent of Lex Luthor. I don't have mainly voice, so I have to try my best. So right now you'll see many cringe footage of how I'm always trying to make a voiceovers. First, what I do, I listen to the voice of the actor and then try to remember how he speaks, and then I try to do my version of a voiceover.
Well, what's particularly bad for business is dying, and I have a distinct feeling that's where we're all headed.
What do you yeah, мужик, what do you have it? We got him. Got him. Good job. Блин, как это сделал?
And no one would profit more from a war with Bahraini and John. Particularly bad for business.
What's particularly bad for business? What's particularly bad for business? That.
Distinct feeling that's where we're all headed with the Kryptonian running. They don't have, and I have proof of this.
They don't have, and I have proof of this. They don't have, and I have proof of this. I hate Superman. I hate you, Superman. And you. Mr. Luthor, what is the secret for your success? I keep my enemy. I always keep my enemies close. I keep my enemies close. Сначала надо по-русски, потом можно на английский переключиться. Но он такой, типа, у меня есть наноботы. We got him, good job. We got him, good job. I hate you, Superman. And you. So yeah, as you can hear, I was struggling when I was trying to make voiceovers. But I enjoy doing that. I know that this sounds super cringe because I'm not an actor and I cannot transform into the character quickly. I need some time to adjust, to try different approaches to how I'm making a voiceover, and sometimes it sounds very exaggerated or not exaggerated enough. So, but I enjoy doing that. There's something funny about it. So, yeah, I don't have a desire to have other people to make voiceovers for my animations, because right now I'm at this stage when I'm thinking like, I want to try to do it myself, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, then maybe in the future I would think if I would create serious animations or, I don't know, long cartoons, I would think about how to find people who can do voiceovers. But I just enjoy doing it myself, and I'm laughing when I do that, because this is super cringe, but also super funny. Also, I wanted to say, I don't remember if I was saying this before, but I think I have a good idea for Hollywood movies or any other movies and books. And I don't know if someone else was doing this before. I think it would be cool if there would be a franchise of the movies and every new movie would have different genre. For example, imagine the first movie would be I don't know, soap opera. It would be about something like Bridgerton, something like that. That it would be love, centered. Everything would be centered about love and blah blah. But the second part of the movie would turn into the horror. And the thing is, what would be cool about it, if viewers would not know that every new part of a movie would have different genres. So I can imagine how much hate creators would receive after doing that. But at the same time, it would, in my opinion, it would be super interesting, super cool. If people don't have ideas, I think this is a good idea. Or I was thinking about other idea. The first part of the books or movies would be a fantasy book, and the second part would be sci-fi, and how it would look like something like first part, it would be fantasy, there would be magic, magical creatures, I don't know, unicorns, okay, not unicorns, but you get what I'm saying. And at the end of the book, every magic creature dies and magic disappears, and there is no magic in this world. And in the second part of the book or movie, it changes genre from fantasy to sci-fi. People who were witnessing the magic would try to use science to create these magical creatures and make them go back to the planet, and they would fail at it, but they would discover new things related to science, and it would turn into the sci-fi and would change the genre. So the people and actors would be the same that were in the previous part of the movie, only except the magical creatures would no longer exist. I don't know, does it sound stupid or not? I was thinking about this and I was thinking, this is probably a good idea. And why this is a good idea, maybe, I don't know, because viewers would not expect that. So, and I know it would be super controversial, and creators would receive so much hate, but at the same time it would change the cinema to, I mean, not the cinema, it would change the expectation of the viewer, that when they go to the cinema, they know what they're going to expect, but they would watch it and would realize that they had no idea that it would happen. And since what is a good movie? Usually a good movie is when you create something that was never created before, something that can surprise viewer and make them feel the feelings that they never felt before. So I was thinking like, maybe this would be a good idea, but also I don't know. I don't watch many. I cannot say that I watch very many movies and series, so I don't know, don't read many books, so I don't know, maybe someone already created that and this already exists, but I don't know. So this was what I was thinking about. Am I gonna do that in my art journey? No, I'm too lazy to do that, but I think that maybe some people are watching and they don't have ideas, and maybe they would find this idea useful, who knows, or maybe not, I don't know. Anyway, it was just my thought. So, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in next videos. Bye.